Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's lunchtime learning blast. My name is Pete Blank, one of the trainers here at the Personnel Board of Jefferson County. Going to talk to you about SMART goals today. Are SMART goals still smart? I think they are. There's some research that says there's some other things that you can do. And why I feel this is timely, and you might be watching this at a different time of the year, but if you're going to set goals at any time, mainly we do this in January. We'll set weight loss goals and health goals and exercise goals and church goals and Bible reading goals and family goals. We do this every new year. So as we get prepared for the next year, I'd like to give you a couple thoughts on this regarding SMART goals and what some of the data says, and just remind all of us kind of what they are and how we can best use them to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success. So let's see here. All right. So when we talk about SMART goals, the S means specific, as everybody knows, so when you set a goal for yourself, it has to be specific. And, I always go back to losing weight. That's a goal we all have. Many of us have this. Maybe if you're, maybe it's gaining weight for you. So I don't want to assume that, but it could be losing weight, gaining weight, exercising more. And a lot of times we'll set the goal that is just as simple as lose weight. I want to lose weight, or I want to gain weight, or I want to run on the treadmill more. It's not specific enough. SMART goals say the S in SMART is to be specific. So write down, what a specific goal is. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to gain 6 pounds. I want to be on the treadmill once per week. So make it as specific as you possibly can. SMART goals, the M is also about being measurable. Can you measure it? If you say, I want to lose a lot of weight, I want to exercise more, really can't measure what is, a lot or what is more. So by putting some numerical values on them, that'll probably help you a lot as well. The A has a lot of different definitions. I've noticed this over the years. I've seen different articles say that the A stands for attainable goals or achievable goals or actionable goals. I actually had someone recently say it's assignable goals. I'm like, I've never even heard of assignable goals. But the one that I prefer to use is just attainable. Is it attainable? Okay. I want to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. That's not attainable. I want to read one book every week for the rest of the year. It's 4 books. That's 60 books a year. I mean, maybe it's attainable, but it may not be attainable. So again, when you're looking at something, and now I'm not saying set your sights low, but I'm saying there may be a struggle, and we'll talk about this in a second. If you set goals, we talk a lot about stretch goals. This is going to put me a little bit out of my comfort zone. That's kind of an interesting way to look at it. Then you've got realistic. Is the goal even realistic? Now, well, Pete, how do we define that in terms of our current example? Well, no, it's not realistic because I can't afford a treadmill, or I can't afford a gym membership, or my husband just lost his job. My wife just lost her job. So we've got to buy a lot of processed food that has a lot of sodium in it. It's very unhealthy because it's cheaper and this and that. And so it's to set this, now is not the right time to set an exercise goal because of that. Now is not the right time. Well, I want to read a book every single year, but my work is asking me to do a lot. I've taken on a second job and my kids are involved in Little League and all of that, but I'm still going to read a book every week. That's not realistic. It's not realistic. You're not going to do that. So again, that's what the R stands for, is realistic. And the T, of course, is time bound. You have to put an end date. You've got to say, I'm going to do it in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. That's kind of what time bound is all about. So, excuse me. So there you go. There is the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. All right, great, Pete. We knew this. We already knew. I mean, we've got this. What in the world does this have to do with us today? Well, again, some of the research that I've done recently, and I found a few articles and a few studies that have been talking about, why are we still using SMART goals? They're saying, in a way, SMART goals really aren't even that smart. So found this study by a gentleman. Well, first of all, I thought I had another slide in here. Yeah, I did. Look at that. Boy, did I go faster. I apologize. So found one article that said, don't use SMART goals, use what's called PACT goals. Make sure your goals are purposeful and they're still actionable, but make sure they're continuous and that they're trackable. Now, again, this sounds kind of the same. Couldn't trackable be measurable, and isn't actionable the same as attainable and all that kind of stuff? But what this author was talking about when he was talking about this whole idea of, you know, PACT goals is there's your goal should be related to your long-term purpose in life. So if you've got a purpose, why are you just setting a goal? Why are you losing weight? What's your purpose? Is it because you've got healthcare issues in your family? Is it because no one has lived past the age of 70 or 60 in your family due to whatever? So there's a purpose. It's not just because everybody else is doing it, because I've got to set a goal. So again, I'm kind of buying into that. Why are we trying to reach these goals, whether they're work or professional goals, if they don't have a purpose to them? And actionable is kind of the same, but continuous. The author here says, make sure the actions that you take are simple and repeatable. It's continuous. It's not hard to do. Well, yeah, I'm going to go to Planet Fitness, but it's 7 miles away and there's traffic and all of that. How are you going to do that continuously if you don't have the funding or the money or a car or kind of things like that? So continuous is all about continuous improvement, baby steps. Those are the wins. And again, can you track it? Yes or no, did I do it? So here's an interesting example. They say, here's a SMART version goal. Get 5,000 new email subscribers. No, I'm sorry. Let's use us as Facebook. Get 100 more followers on our personnel board Facebook page in 3 weeks. Get 100 more followers on our Facebook page. That's a SMART goal: specific, actionable, measurable, timely, all that. If I were to make it a PACT goal, I might do something like create 5 awesome videos and post over the next 20 weeks. So all I'm doing is posting them. I'm creating 5 awesome videos and posting them. Can I do that? Yeah, and I've hit my goal and it's trackable and all of that's got a purpose to it to try to get more followers. Again, you can look at it 2 different ways. Why am I putting stuff out there if I'm not getting more followers? So what is the goal? Is the purpose to create content, or is the purpose to get more followers? So you can see how this other way kind of looks at it differently. Again, I'm not for or against any goal setting model. I think all goals being set is good. The second author, again, who's from Leadership IQ, talking about this thing called hard goals, which again, another way of looking at goal setting. Are they heartfelt? Make them animated? Is it required or not? And what's the difficulty? And you can pull up Leadership IQ and Mark Murphy to read more about hard goals. But that's where I got some of this data from. And he did a study of over 12,000 people recently to kind of find out where they stand on this idea of SMART goals. So here's our takeaway for today. Number 1, here's what the research shows. And I got to put my glasses on as I sort of move a little bit out of the way here. He asked a question. He said, how do you feel about your job? How do you currently feel about your job? And it's broken out by whether your goals are achievable or difficult. So people who pursue goals that are achievable and realistic, here at the very top, you can see 32% love their job and 44% like it. But I pursue goals that others describe as difficult or audacious. My goals are difficult or audacious. 43% love their job. Okay, what's this telling us? Is this telling us that when we set goals that aren't really big, they aren't really exciting, they're kind of just, I got to put something down that I know I'm going to achieve, I don't love my job as much as if I set goals that are big, hairy, audacious, those BHAG goals that are out there. The kind of person who is likely to set difficult or audacious goals is also the kind of person who's more likely to love their job, partly due to the workplace reality that people who go after bigger goals are likely to be more successful. And your level of success is tied into how much you love your job. So again, is it a chicken or an egg chicken thing? Do I love my job because I set big goals, or do I set big, hairy, audacious goals? And that's why I love my job. I don't know. But it's something to think about as you're setting up goals for the upcoming upcoming year. How about this one? Do you like to leave your comfort zone? Now, this one is broken out by 3 different levels. I think it's broken out by frontline employees, middle managers, and top level executives. Okay, so let's take a look at this for a second. Do you like to leave your comfort zone? Well, frontline employees, you can see, 53% will do it on occasion, but only 22% like to leave their comfort zone. Only 22% like to leave their comfort zone. Middle managers, 34% like to leave their comfort zone, and top level executives, 42%. So there's a strong linear relationship here between how high a person goes in the company and how much they're willing to leave their comfort zone. So again, look at your frontline employees. 25% don't do it, 53% will do it maybe, but not a whole lot. Are they not allowed to? Are they afraid they're going to lose their jobs? They step out and do something, out of their comfort zone. Are they afraid they're going to mess it up and get fired, retaliation, whatever? Whereas the opposite, moving into middle management and top level executives, they love to leave their comfort zone. Maybe that's why they love their job so much. I'm trying new things. I'm trying different things, all of that. We might be able to surmise from the data that perhaps one way to increase your odds of becoming a top executive is to undertake more audacious and crazier goals. I would think that all of us can take that lesson away today, that if we truly want to move up a corporate ladder, then take on big, hairy, audacious goals and leave your comfort zone and try new things, as opposed to just doing enough to get by. That kind of does make sense to me. And then there's one more that I wanted to share, the final one. How do you feel about your job? How do you feel about your job? This one was broken out by the actual type of goals that they set. So again, kind of aligning with what we're talking about with SMART goals or hard goals. So people who set SMART goals, oh, I follow the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely. Only 30% of them love their job. Those that set the hard goals, his theory of the hard goals, 46% love their job. So again, I'm not buying or selling anything. I'm not in anybody's camp, but I do love data. And if data shows that if we're setting SMART goals because they're achievable and relevant and easy to get, how does that make you love your job anymore, as opposed to setting a hard goal? If you think back to what the acronym of HARD was, and I think I've got it. Where did it go? Shoot. Well, what we'll do is we'll just go back to it. There it is. A heartfelt goal where I'm animated and passionate about it. Maybe it's required and it's a little more difficult. Does that mean I'm going to love my job more than just something that I know I have to achieve? I don't know. Something for you to think about. So again, as you're building out goals for this year, whether you use hard goals or packed goals or SMART goals, I would say stretch yourself. Try a little something different. Looks like people are being promoted and being successful when they get out of their comfort zone, when they try BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, and try different things. Could be a good leadership lesson for all of us. So I'm looking at the live feed right now. We didn't get any comments today, but that's okay. I appreciate you all watching. And if you're watching on the actual recorded version too, hope this helped you. Nice short little video about SMART goals. Have a great day, everybody. Go out and be successful, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks.